It's being called the Tech Cold War. Tensions between the U.S. and China over emerging technologies like 5G mobile phone networks, artificial intelligence, and autonomous driving. The Defense Innovation Unit, the Pentagon's outpost in Silicon Valley, sees potential allies everywhere. Commercial rocket and satellite companies who are trying to cut costs and improve efficiency. Inventors coming up with new ways to communicate in harsh conditions. But Chinese investors and companies are also here for many of the same reasons. Some in the tech industry are skeptical of working for either the Pentagon or China. Employees at Google this year pushed back on projects involving both. Michael Brown, head of the Defense Innovation Unit, says there's a range of opinions about working for the Pentagon.
For areas like artificial intelligence or cyber, okay, we need those companies more than they need us. But when we're talking about smaller companies that are trying to get off the ground, get to their first 100 million in revenue, they're interested in large customers. So we have found no reluctance at all. In fact, enthusiastic response to can they participate in our solicitations, can the Defense Department be a big customer?
Silicon Valley is still assessing the impact of new U.S. restrictions on working with Chinese companies. Washington could force companies to stop selling key components to Chinese manufacturers. There is a chill in the air in Silicon Valley and in China.
The investors have become much more sensitive to the issue. They're more, cautious about investing. China has become, getting capital from China for U.S. projects has become trickier than it was in the past. There's a slowdown there as well. So it's definitely having an impact.
American tech companies have long argued for the same access to China's market that Chinese companies have here. That hasn't happened yet, but some are skeptical that disengaging from the Chinese economy is the right approach.
The level of personal freedom that Chinese people have today is dramatically better than it was 30 or 40 years ago, and I think part of that is due to engagement with the rest of the world.
Regardless of what happens with China, Brown argues that companies here can help their country and profit.
And the Defense Innovation Unit's mission has never been more critical given the tech race that we're in with China than it is today.
It's a race that the U.S. expects to win, with some help from Silicon Valley. Michelle Quinn, VOA News, Mountain View, California.